Microgreens, we grow microgreens. Microgreens are a wonderful way to grow. So even if you don't have a garden, or even if you live in a winter climate and it's middle of winter, you can actually do some gardening. You can grow microgreens and sprouts. Now, what is the difference between a sprout and a microgreens? Because some people get them confused. I used to be one of them. Anyway, so sprouts is something you germinate a seed and you eat the whole plant. So you eat the root, the stem, and the flower or leaves. Microgreens you grow in soil. But anyway, you eat it's the immature plant of a bigger plant like kale or broccoli. So you can pretty much microgreen any plant. And you kind of have a little fun with it, but our favorite is actually broccoli, peas, lettuce, kale, and sometimes radishes. They get a little bit spicy and the kids don't like them, and sunflowers. And that is just a preference of our family, but you can also do cabbage. You can even mix them up a little bit. You have to make sure, obviously, that they have kind of the same grow time. Anyway, so microgreens are jam-packed with nutrients, and actually I'm studying to become a nutritionist, and one of the microgreens that are most powerful are actually sunflower, broccoli, and peas, but all of them are good, and even sprouts, may I add, are really, really good. But microgreens grow because it grows in soil and you fertilize them, they get more nutrients. So they're actually more nutritional than their mature plants. So if you eat broccoli sprouts, it's actually healthier than the actual broccoli. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't eat broccoli. You should eat as much variety. So how do we eat them? We eat them in our salads. We eat them on sandwiches. You probably see me making avocado toast, and I love putting sprouts on. The kids we just grab. I have to show here. The kids would just grab one of these and start eating them because, well, they find them really fun. So we actually, what I love about microgreens is that they grow really fast. It can be anything from about a week to 10 days to 2 weeks, depending on what seed we're growing, of course, what plant. But this is a great way, like when we lived in Sweden, when the kids were much, much younger, when the boys were like 2 and 4, we didn't have a whole lot of money. So we did the best we could to grow as much of our own food. And so microgreens and sprouts was something we did, especially because we lived in an apartment and in a winter climate. The sprouts was like something that actually cheered us up in the winter and made sure that we had vegetables. So how do you grow microgreens? Okay, it's easy. So I'm going to show, I'm just using these trays that I actually inherited from my friend, and these are the broccoli sprouts. I just show you, like, these are mature. Look how beautiful they are, and they're so delicious. And so what you need is a plastic tray now, or a tray. You can actually grow them in pots. I have done that many times. Actually, when we lived in Sweden, I grew them in any plastic food containers, or also the milk cartons. I would just cut them in half and use those. So you can you do not need to go out and buy fancy microgreens trays, okay? I just happen to actually inherit these. But you want to have some soil and you want to have some fertilizer. So what I do is I actually mix in the soil when I plant them. I mix in some compost and some trace minerals. Now I will put the description to my post about this, so you can actually, you don't have to sit and write it down, you will have it. Anyway, and then I will just take the seeds and I will sprinkle them. And I just have to say, the thing is that growing microgreens is also cheap, because all you need is a bag of seeds like this. So here is peas, and here we have kale. And you paid I don't know, maybe $3, depending on what seed and where you buy them, of course. And you sprinkle them on. This is and soil. I mean, it's really, really cheap. And I mean, there are other ways to fertilize too. Compost is what we do because, well, we have from a worm compost, and just mix it in with the soil and then sprinkle the seeds on top. Now peas would take much longer. I can show you here. These are the peas. I planted these about 10 days ago. They're coming up, and some of them are mature enough that we can eat, but some of them are taking much longer to grow. growing peas. They take much longer, as you can see. We have a couple of matured ones. And the broccoli I showed, and then we have sunflower, which is my kids' favorite because they will literally just grab a little one and start eating them. It's like this. It's so good. And we put them in our salads, we put them on our sandwiches. Kids just take the sunflower sprouts actually in like a little container to school. Because we're talking about indoor gardening and growing food indoors, let's also talk about sprouting. Why not? So we sprout in either in bags, we really like this, or a sprouting jar, which is just a glass jar with a mesh, so you can rinse it. And you just put some seeds in. You can see I have some broccoli seeds in here. And then I'm gonna soak these for 24 hours. And in the morning, I will rinse them out. I will put them a little bit sideways so they would drain all the water. There are like these fancy contraptions that you can actually put these on. They have this sprouting setup, which is really, really smart. Or you just lean it up against something. Now, you do not need to go out and buy a fancy sprouting jar. You can just take a mason jar and a cheesecloth and a rubber band. It works great. That is how I started. I just inherited all of these things and I use them. And it takes about, I would say, 7 days before I have sprouts. Then I rinse them, pat them dry, and put them in a container and in the fridge. And then I will rinse out and disinfect this. And I do this by just washing it in warm water, putting in the dishwasher machine, and then I will start over again. This way we always have healthy food at home. This is just super easy, and it's fast way to grow food. I hope this was helpful. If you have any tips, and also tell me which is your favorite microgreen to grow. I'm dying to hear because I might have missed something. I know that you can mix them. Someone at the farmer's market, she grows microgreens and sells them there. And she does like spicy mixes and stuff like that. It's just delicious. My kids don't like it, but it's kind of fun. But let me know. I would love to hear how you grow your microgreens and what you grow and what are your indoor growing tips.